Fortnite. Do you play Fortnite? What's your rank in Fortnite?
Are you good
at
Fortnite?
Do you play games?
You can
like
stream
Fortnite
playing
on my
Fortnite on
computer? Have you ever
Twitch.
played Fortnite?
Yeah, that's good. Okay, my bush is gone. I'm dead.
Hey, what is up guys, MKBHD here, and welcome back to Ask MKBHD number 27. It's April, and it's definitely getting nicer out, finally, so we're going to take advantage of that and shoot outside here for a little bit. The phone's kind of trippy, you're probably familiar. The shirt's also kind of trippy, that's new, the link is below. And I asked you guys on Twitter and in the subreddit what you wanted to know. These are your questions. So Kareem wants to know, have you started training with Empire yet? Can't wait to meet you again when you come to Montreal. Yes, so for those of you who don't know, the pro team in Ultimate that I'm playing for this year is the New York Empire. Our home opener is tomorrow against Toronto Rush. But we play up and down the East Coast all season long, so we'll play in Philadelphia, in our home state of New York. We have Ottawa, Montreal, Toronto, and Washington, D.C. If you're in any of those cities, I'll post the schedule below. Come out to a game, come say hi. So Ricky says he recently put down a deposit on a Mission E, congrats. Do you think Porsche EVs will eventually supplant Teslas? So the word supplant, if you look it up, means to replace. And I don't think anyone's gonna be replacing Teslas anytime soon. I don't know what it is with this obsession about like the Tesla killer or replacing Tesla, but a new electric skateboard company can come along. They don't replace Boosted, they're competition. A new camera company comes along, they don't replace Canon. We have Canon, Nikon, Panasonic, all these guys. So a new electric car company can come along, or a new electric car can come along and not replace Tesla, and they compete. And at the end of the day, that's better for us. All right, so I'm seeing a lot of questions about Pixel 3. It's coming out later this year. We want to know what that new camera is going to be like, what they do about the screen. Will it have a notch? So the thing I think to remember with the new Pixel, which stems back to the Nexus days, is it'll just be, no matter what the hardware ends up looking like, it's basically a vessel for Google's new software. So Google's new OS, whatever, I guess it'll probably be Peppermint, but whatever the newest Android OS ends up being, Google's new AI, their new software fixes, all of that stuff, it's a showcase for developers and us to use that software. Now it is nice that at the end of the day we can buy this phone, and they do put some focus into the hardware, but I wouldn't be surprised if it ends up looking a lot like some other phones this year, with the exception of the camera. We have this new P20 Pro, and the review of this is coming soon, with 3 cameras on the back. And a lot of phones coming out now have 2 cameras at least, some more are coming out with 3. But the prowess of the Pixel 2 and the whole success of this phone, which is the incredible single camera, is the fact that it did all of the things that you used to need 2 or 3 cameras to do well in one. It did edge detection extremely well for portrait mode photos. It has great color, great dynamic range. So having another single camera on Pixel 3, I think, would emphasize that. It'll continue to do all these crazy things with software on a single camera, so it won't look like other phones in that way. But I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't have a headphone jack again, if it has a notch, if it has a similar look to other phones we've seen. That would not shock me at all. It's still a vessel for the software. The only frustrating part about that is it makes me want other phones. It makes me want the Google Play Edition stuff back. It makes me want to see other phones with that same pure, fast updated software experience. I would love to see a Note 8 or a Note 9 Google Play Edition. I would love to see a Huawei P20 Pro Google Play Edition, but that's never gonna happen, so it's just frustrating. All right, so which product has given you the most value for the money? And I thought about this for a little bit, and my answer is the Shark Slider S1. It's a slider, it's a camera slider. I buy a lot of products, but video gear tends to be pretty frequent. And I bought this many years ago. So we roll through a lot of video gear. We upgrade things all the time. It's kind of like when you rebuild a boat after you replace all the parts, is it the same boat? But this one slider, I'll try to give you the original date that I purchased it. I haven't upgraded. I've used it since I got it. Many different cameras have been on it. Many different other things have passed through. But that slider, the Shark S1, has been amazing. It shot so many different subjects in so many different ways. And to be honest, it's a super simple tool. It's not a motorized slider. It's just 2 rails and some weights and just moves the camera back and forth. But that's something I've gotten over the years a lot of value from. All right, I like this one. So on Dope Tech, I feel like you're slowly killing the YouTube culture, which is cheap and easy to make, by using super advanced equipment. That robotic arm is too expensive and rare, and the red cameras and gimbals. So that's kind of the point of Dope Tech. So there are a ton of other product reviews and things where I'm evaluating a product you might want to buy in videos, and that's fun. But Dope Tech is actually leveraging this audience that we have here to get an inside look at bleeding edge technology that you may never otherwise be able to see. So like supercars, robotic arms, things like that. Companies are actually willing to open their doors and show them for the first time to Dope Tech to get you guys a look at that. So it's almost like you want to find the less common stuff. You're never going to buy that robotic arm, but having it in a video and actually showing it with you is cool to see. So that's Dope Tech. Hope that makes sense. And we also have other playlists and other videos and other reviews of things that we'll actually be buying, but Dope Tech is just your glimpse behind the curtain. All right, so what other two color combinations do you think are dope other than black and red? I have to pick two. I think red and gray is pretty cool. And I'll give a nod to black and yellow. Yeah. Hey, MKBHD, what's the possibility of having a port-free device in the future? No headphones, no charging port, completely wireless. I actually do think, in fact, I'll say I will expect this to eventually happen. Kind of like the same way we're trying to get rid of bezels now, we end up with a notch because there's certain technologies that haven't worked their way down yet and we can't completely get rid of it, but we will soon. Same thing with ports. Wireless charging's not that great yet. Some phones have it, but when you do get it great, you can get rid of the charging port. We already got rid of the headphone jack, and there's really not that many other ports on phones, so I think you will see a portless phone. So Teslanomics asks, why get the Roadster if not the Founders Series? I can speak to that. So Tesla products, for those unfamiliar, the Founders Series stuff is always maxed out and also always red. It's always a Founders Series red, which is not like the most vibrant red. So basically the short answer is if you want to get any other spec or any different color, you don't get the Founders Edition. So even like the multi-coat red that is a lot brighter and different from the Founders Edition red, I think looks better. So you can still get a maxed out car in a different color. Also, it looks pretty good in that sleek sort of a space gray look. And I think staying under the radar, not getting a red car might actually be better. So yeah, I think that's why you wouldn't get Founders Edition. So when are you going to link up with the 368 crew in New York City? We need to see you in one of Casey's new Tech Tuesdays. Honestly, I'm definitely down. Tech Tuesday seems like a great way for a collab to happen, so we can probably do that sometime. But either way, that's where I'm gonna end it. Thanks to the noise situation, I think we've also set a record for longest record time to make this happen without interruptions, but that's okay. Thank you for your questions. If you have any others, feel free to drop them in the comment section below. I'll hang out and answer some of those too. But thanks for watching. Talk to you guys in the next one. Peace. That stuff. So that'll be the focus of the Pixel no matter what it looks like.
Oh my god.
Gets into the hardware, but it's not the main. But Google's whole software prowess with the Pixel 2. That's too loud, isn't it? But Google's whole, it's when I like make a sound, which was the incredible camera, it was all. The only frustrating part of that is that it makes me want other phones with stock Android.
Oh, here comes the big boy.
We just saw that truck go that way. All right, so but I'll try to put the original date. It's the same truck again. Are you lost? Do you need a map? Do you need a map? The red cameras and gimbal. What? I feel like you're slowly killing the... what other two color combinations do you think are dope? So the Roadster, yeah, if I want... I think we set the record for longest blooper reel of all time. That's a great place to do that. Yeah, I'm down.